Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to Space Engineers. I'm going to try something a little bit different today. I am going to go to Custom World and I am going to go down to Asteroids. I am then going to name it something, I don't know, something like RDM MD, yeah. And actually I should have a PH in there. PH. Oh, should be PH, shouldn't it? Because Phoenix plays. And I'm going to have it on survival, realistic, offline, max object 16, so I'm getting a little bit of slowdown. Asteroid amounts, let's have 7, and let's have cargo ships. And the last thing that I need to do is do that. I think we're all good. Let's go. So yes, you saw it. I am going to be doing this in Armageddon mode. Now, Armageddon mode is entirely unrealistic, and basically what you end up is big meteors heading towards you very, very rapidly, quite constantly. But I have a plan, because the last update that was just added, it enabled a few rather useful tools, such as large ship Gatling cannons that can target and destroy meteors. So, should be interesting. I've got meteors coming at me, so I am going to have to start dodging. I started in a small ship, and these meteors are coming at me from the sun, so I'm going to get behind that asteroid there, and then I'm going to start building something. And I'm going to start drilling out ores and doing all kinds of crazy fun stuff, and ultimately waiting for the first cargo ship to appear, because then you can try and do interesting stuff. Right, so I'm going to get behind this one. I'm coming in a little bit too quickly, so let's just slow down and sneak up on this asteroid. Right, we are now nicely behind the asteroid, so all these big chunks of rock are now going to be hitting the asteroid instead of me, which is always good. I don't like bits of rock hitting me, it hurts. So sneak up here. I've got it on low detail and I've got a lot of stuff sort of turned right down. As I said, I'm getting a little bit of slowdown recently, and I just kind of want to make sure that we are recording at the highest frame rate as possible. And I'm going to just sneak it in there, I think. Right, so what do you start with when you have this ship? Hold on. Yeah, we have stopped. Well, we have a gravity generator, which means I can turn the jetpack off. We have a medical centre. We have an assembler, a cargo container, which doesn't have anything in it yet, and a refinery. We also have a nuclear reactor, which has got a small amount of uranium in it, but that's not enough. So, one thing that I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the reactor. No, I'm going to open this door, and then I'm going to turn the reactor off, because I need uranium fast. So small reactor off. Okay. So all of this stuff is now going to shut down. My jetpack is on, but I can get out. Right. Next thing I need to do, I need to set up this. So in my toolbar I don't need any of this. What I do need is my welding torch, my grinder and my hand drill. Now the hand drill is used to cut bits of rock out. My suit should have, there we go. What I'm looking for is uranium, but silicon's pretty good as well. So let's see if I can get to that silicon. There's uranium. So first things first, let's get some uranium. And the way you get stuff out is you hit it with your drill until you have some stuff out, but it doesn't automatically go into your inventory. You then have to pick up some rock. So, oh, this is silicon. I thought that was. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's uranium, isn't it? Oh, maybe it isn't. It looked like uranium. Sort of a darkish colour. Yeah. Okay, maybe it's not uranium. Still, we need the silicon for other things. Okay, that was kind of close. Right, these meteors are only going to come from the sun, so we're safe-ish here until, of course, it eats through. So, two things that I want to start building. The first is a little ship on the top, or on the bottom, somewhere anyway, that has a beacon on board. The second thing I want to build is some kind of defences to stop things from hitting me. So let's get that in the refinery, get that in the refinery. While we go out and see if we can find some more uranium, or some uranium, because I need to get that sorted out fast. Got a military mine layer up there, which would have the beacon on board. The downside is they can be quite awkward to disarm, but it should have everything I need on it. Let's go after that. Right, so let's get in there. Right, yeah, it has everything that I need, but I need to disarm it first, which is it's there. That small thruster is now disassembled, so it shouldn't set off that, but I have a sneaking suspicion that there's a little bit more behind that. Let's just get through this warhead. I can't remember what that is. Yeah, I'm losing materials here, but never mind. It's more important that I get in there. No, that's a passage. Just make sure that this is all disarmed, rather than getting in there and finding that actually, yeah, everything's going to explode on me. So I think we've got everything. So, okay. The other tricky part, of course, is getting into it. There we go. That was interesting. Do they just open now for you? Yes, that's kind of awesome. Alright. Okay. Let's see if this goes right, then everything will be fine. If this goes wrong, then I'll lose all the explosives in the back, but I don't think it'll kill me. Ah, I lost them in the back. But it didn't kill me, so that's alright. Alright, let's find where the sun is. So the sun is behind me. So the meteors come from the sun. Yeah, hold on. I need to work this one out. That's kind of neat that the door's now open for you, because you could spend quite a lot of time trying to work out what the hell's going on. Let's just have a quick look to see what we've got in here. So we've got NATO ammunition in there. Might be an idea to get the ammo into the Gatling cannon. So I need to find the way out. Where is the way out? Right, so we need a functional Gatling cannon like about yesterday. This is trying to fire, but it can't. Why can't it? Because it's got no ammunition in it. There go. That's now got ammunition, so I can now shoot down any asteroids that are coming at me. Let's get some ammunition in there as well. Awesome. That's really neat. So it can only track a couple of targets at a time. That's fine. Okay. Now I've got to work out where my well, if I follow the if I turn the ship around and just go that way, that should take me to my asteroids, right? Yeah, I think so. Got another turret up there that I can get some ammunition into. There we go. We are now safe from being shot in the rear. Probably. Right, so let's turn the ship around and see if we can get back to my refinery, or at least just to the asteroids. Right, so we turn it around. No, it's there, isn't it? It's that one. Ugh. I think the explosion knocked out some of my thingy-majigs that help me turn, so I'm turning this thing around very slowly, but just wondering. Right, so Gatling type 4 and 5, yeah, they've all got ammunition, which is lucky, because I'm probably going to want to shoot these down. I think that's an asteroid, as in an actual asteroid rather than just the background. So I'm going to head towards that. Right, so let's move it a little bit over there. So where shall I put this? Right, first of all I need to slow down, because changing direction in a large heavy ship is very difficult, because you have to cancel out the forward motion. Otherwise, when you turn, you will just you'll turn the ship and you'll add a little bit of thrust in a different direction, but you will still be moving in that general direction that you were moving in before you made the turn. So yeah, just something to smaller ships. You can turn a little bit better, but large ships, especially ships with this amount of power and a severe lack of engines after the small explosion, still haven't worked out where the other booby trap is yet on that one. When you see the screen sort of compress a little bit, that's it, just saving, and it's really quick save now. There is my little ship. Before, a couple of builds before, it was quite long, quite annoying, because it was quite long. It auto saves every 5 minutes, and it's a very quick save now, which I like a lot. Right, so we are now coming up on the refinery ship. Ugh, it's taking forever. A few other things have been added. Last build they added conveyor belts. So it's now a lot easier to move materials from one ship to another, and I'll certainly be doing a little bit of that. So the plan is, commercial freighter just walked in. I'm not going to go after that yet, I don't think. So, right, so we've got these 2 nuclear reactors. We've got the so. Let's go outside, survey the damage that I did, and start taking her down, I guess. Ooh. it is that the frame rate has dropped a lot, and I'm not completely certain why. I think there's a memory leak somewhere. It might bounce back up again. Or maybe not. What I might try is turning off the turrets. So it's quite possible that what they're doing is they're looking for something that isn't there, or they can't target, and they don't really know what to do, and so they're throwing updates out. That's always possible. So let's turn the Gatling turrets off and see what that does. Yeah, that certainly helped a lot. So, don't know what we're going to do about that, but there does definitely seem to be an issue with. So if they're trying to track meteors and they're within range, but they can't fire at them, it'll just slow your game down, it seems. But hey, it's alpha. Right, let's see what the damage is on this ship. So the front is alright. I think it's just the back where I lost. Yeah. So we can just start ripping these out. So I need some steel plate. That'll do. I need some construction components. So let's take it from here. And we've also got some thrust components as well. That'll all be very useful. Right. So if I press G, new small ship, and I will just put it onto the bottom here. Press G again, we'll get some light armor blocks, a beacon, and a nuclear reactor, a small reactor, I think. So the way that I want to build this ship is that I want it to be it will eventually be a mining ship, but not for a little bit of time. It's going to mainly be used at the moment as a beacon, so that I don't lose this ship, essentially. And we'll put a nuclear reactor, single nuclear reactor for the moment, on there. Getting this right is that the right way around? Let's have a look at it. No, it's upside down. So I press insert. There we go. Make the steel plates up. So beacons don't need a lot. Small steel tube and a computer. I think I can get that from somewhere in this ship. There's got to be something. It was a small steel tube, wasn't it? Oh, here. Ramps. Now the reason why I am building a small beacon on here rather than just building a beacon on the ship is because they don't need a lot of materials if you do it like this. So you can have a ship attached to your ship, small ship attached to your ship that you're building, and you can have the beacon on it, and it will display the beacon thing, even though the ship isn't technically complete. Because, as long as the beacon's powered, it's all good. But you can also move the ship around, and the ship that's on top of it will stay on it as long as you've actually sort of connected it to the ship. If you build it out there and you start moving the ship around, obviously it's not connected to that ship. You can do that. You can just build a ship out in space if you want to. Right, so assembler. I don't actually know what I'm looking for because I'm not even in the right place. Right, so I need a computer and then a load of stuff from there. So I need 11 computers ultimately. I'm not using this missile turret. Does it have a computer? Yes, it's got 12 computers on board. I'm full. Okay. Right, and these meteors are colossal. I really do not want that hitting anything of mine. Which is mostly why I've hidden it all over here, because it can't be hit. And then when I start building my station, I'll build it behind probably this asteroid, and make sure that it's got that any bits that kind of stick out have turrets on them. Now it's slightly concerning that they seem to be trying to attack a target that it can't see. So anyway, so I need large steel tube, reactor components and metal grid. I can get all of those from various sections of this. So the metal grid can come from one of these. There we go. So that's the metal grid. What do I have in my... do I have any interior plate? I don't. If I had interior plate, then I would but might as well just start building the cockpit on the front. But I don't have any yet. Alright, so what was it? Nuclear components and a large steel tube, I believe. Right. Yes. So I should be able to get the large steel tube from here. Yeah. So that's the large steel tube. And then the reactor components can come from one of the reactors. Because I'm going to empty it. So, how do I get into the ship? I think it was, what, around here somewhere? I cannot remember. There it is. That's the cargo containers. Reactors, here we go. So, let's take this one out. Okay. Should have quite a lot of, and it's got a gravity generator in here, which is brilliant. Right, we've got reactor components now. And get this beacon online, and then I will call that an episode of my Phoenix Plays Meteor Hell or something. Okay. Right, that's now got uranium inside. The beacon is on. So that ship now has a beacon. And I will call that an episode. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.